Now, statues and Transformer fans have a really weird history together. A lot of times, Transformer fans are not very welcoming to product in relation to their characters that doesn't really have some kind of configuration to them. They do survive Transformer statues in the market, but they're always done in a very niche market kind of thing. We've seen more of an interest to stuff like, let's say, 3A and articulated figures, but the statue market really has diminished quite a bit from the old days of, let's say, hard heroes. Statues used to really serve a purpose in, let's say, 2001 to 2007, when we didn't have a Masterpiece and Classics line that was so robust in terms of characters, and the statues really serve the purpose as a nice, beautiful representation of those show models and character models from, let's say, Fleur O'Deary, or even that of the Beast Wars hard hero statues, of the limited ones they made of those. They served a purpose back then, but today fans are really more weary of something, again, that isn't articulated and doesn't transform, and then on top of that, that is usually a lot more expensive. A fan would go, do I buy a bust of Rodimus Prime that doesn't transform and is really in one pose, doesn't have anything interchangeable, but at least looks like the show model, or take that same amount of money and put it into a third-party product or a Masterpiece product and get everything and more? So they've always had a very difficult market, but I find that statues usually find success when they do something that's different from the norm, and something that, again, piques the interest from a collectability standpoint and a limited standpoint. That's kind of how statues are today. How does Marvel or many other companies release statues of characters? They make them limited, they have them signed on the bottom, they're numbered, and we have something here that adds all to that and more by a unique design that really actually even interests me a little bit. And it's that of a company called Quiccs and a online store called Mighty Jaxx. Now, Mighty Jaxx is an online store that's going to have an exclusive release of this DJ Soundwave statue. Now, what it is essentially is it's a statue of a bust statue of Soundwave with some gold chains and some DJ stuff on him, and he's spinning on 2 tracks on the record player here. And I really dig that a lot. I really like the design. I'll get into what it kind of reminds me of in a moment. Now, the information on this is that on Mighty Jaxx's website on Wednesday, June 24th, 2020, so if you're listening to this late, I apologize, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, orders will go live. The first 100 orders will also receive a free signed Soundwave poster from Quiccs themselves. It'll be signed. It's a really nice poster. I'll post an image of what the poster looks like. And this is limited to only 500 pieces overall. So the first 100 are going to get that lithograph, that signed poster, and the other 400 are going to get nothing. They're just going to get the actual figure itself. So there's 500 total. They're all going to be numbered, and it's made out of vinyl. Now, this was kind of an interesting choice. I was like, they went with vinyl, and I was thinking to myself, wow, so many statues are made out of cold cast or resin. Why would they go with vinyl? And I think it might be a little bit of a nod because he's messing with vinyl records on the DJ boards. That's what I want to think. But, I mean, maybe it's just what that company is known for. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. The size of this is slightly larger than your standard Hard Heroes Transformer bust, so it's something that if you have all the statues of Transformers Hard Heroes, it'll fit right in very well because it's only slightly larger than the original Soundwave one. It's clocking in at 6 inches tall, 8.5 inches wide, so pretty much almost exactly like that original Hard Heroes Soundwave bust from way back in the day. Now let's talk about price. This is where people are kind of going, but there is kind of a little bit of a good news at the end of this. The price is going to be $249, but will include shipping free worldwide, regardless of where you are on the world. So if you manage to be that first 100 people, the shipping, considering, statues are large and heavy, the shipping being free could be a big help because for some people like me or people that are usually in Europe, shipping sometimes messes with us, and it might be between $40 and $50 right there. So the way that I see it is it's really just a $200 statue and you get a free poster, that's signed by the creator. And I really like this this design. And the reason why this design speaks to me in a lot of ways, not just because anyone who's seen, I did a video for Father's Day not too long ago and I posted it. My father's a vinyl record collector, so there's that connection, but also because this art here reminds me heavily of an old piece of art that was done by a very famous Transformer artist called Guido a while back. People who aren't familiar with Guido's work, some of his early stuff is like the really good run of Armada comics by Dreamwave. Like the best issues of those comics, like the Minicon Moonbase, those were all Guido that was drawing those, and I really liked those issues. But he would go on to do a lot of box art, card art for Armada, Energon, and Cybertron, do a ton of stuff with IDW comics. I mean, just Google his name. Amazing stuff. Awesome guy. And he did a art piece way back in the day where he had a DJ Soundwave versus a DJ Blaster. And part of me is looking at this going like, man, if this gets legs and it sells very well, I wonder if they're going to release a DJ Blaster to kind of be a companion piece to this, which would be really cool. And of course, to have a lithograph to go with it also. But I dig this a lot. I dig it a lot. It's just the fact that it's not cold cast or resin, and it's still over $200 USD. That kind of makes me go, interesting, wow, like that's still kind of pricey, but maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm missing something here. Again, it is low numbers, it's only 500 pieces, but it's the size, the price, there's a lot of things that I'd have to be convinced a little more to kind of like really fall onto the other side where I'm pulling out my credit card, Anyways, if you are interested in this, again, June 24th on Mighty Jax's website at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 3 hours before if you're in the Pacific Coast. It will go live, 500 units total. First 100 get the poster signed on top of that for free. Free worldwide shipping, and these will ship out, 100% will ship out October 2020, so you'll get it in your hand and you can have it next to all your awesome Transformer statues. I have a little collection of Transformer statues, but I usually got very specific characters that I like, and I just want to own, nice little cold cast representations of them. This is a vinyl bust one, so it is a little bit of a different material, but again, the size at least works with all those other old Hard Heroes ones from back in the day, which I think was probably the most prolific group of Transformer statues in the history of the brand. Anyways, check this out. Really, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. I don't want to knock how it looks because I think it looks spectacular. I love the idea. I dig that kind of hip-hop culture meets Transformers. People have worn the shirts I've worn and stuff like that. I dig that a lot, and this really speaks to me, but that price, I don't know about that price. That's the one thing. Let me know what you think about this. I like it. Do you like it?